Hey, all right, welcome back to EVO Japan 2018. My name's Ultra David. I'm coming back.
It's Seth Killian. Hey, everybody. In Japan.
Woo! That's right. Great way to put it.
I'm a little punch drunk. It's, yeah, jet lag, but excitement. And we got a sweet match coming up right now.
We do, yeah. So we're in round 2. By the way, if you want to check out what's going on, go to smash.gg. You click on the EVO Japan. You click on Street Fighter 5. You click on the pools.
Click on it all.
Do enough clicking and you'll find out exactly what's up.
Just keep clicking. Eventually you'll find it.
And what's up with us is that we have Mago versus VDV Nozarex from Australia. Mago on the right.
It's all Pacific Ocean, I suppose.
More or less. Pacific Rim stuff. It's all the same.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the Australian players have a little bit more of a chance to interact with the Japanese. Mago, obviously, not a secret. I don't know. What do you think he's going to... I don't know. Any thoughts for...
Well, I saw him
Arcade Edition?
I saw him playing Sakura.
Interesting.
Not in tournament.
Okay,
but
yeah. I was like, I haven't seen a lot of that.
No.
My limited experience with Sakura seems like perfectly competent character, but no BS,
Yeah,
I guess is fair to say.
I think that's true.
She's like too honest for this game.
That's how I feel as well.
All right.
So I'd be surprised to see him go with that. He played a few characters, Karen and Rashid, I think towards the end of Season 2.
Sure, Karen not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Rashid seems like hasn't taken really
I feel
much
like
of a hit.
Rashid is still very strong.
And there's, I mean, the new V-Trigger gives him probably a bunch of strange new tech that's still going to be developed. That's why I was excited about this tournament, the timing. Like, it's one of those days where it's like, nobody's quite figured it out.
Definitely.
Like, is that real? Is that not? Well,
Definitely.
let's find out.
And Laura, a character that tends to be used by folks outside of Japan. Not many strong Japanese Lauras, but here we have an Australian one. And he's made it far through pools.
So backdash there. Call out, no follow through.
Hey, all right.
Straight into the elbow.
Got a chance to pressure Mago, okay.
Free out.
He's got that trigger too. I want to see what he does with that. We've only seen one Rashid that has had that before. They've all been playing one otherwise.
Yeah, the advantages of one seem clear, and the advantages of two seem partially missed. Oh!
Okay, yeah, I love that change to her trigger with her being able to cancel Fireball into Command Dash. That's pretty sick.
Setups for days, right?
Like, I mean,
I just... Yeah, my advice at this point is just sort of like guess left or right and hope for the best.
Yeah, he jumped in. Oh, but it worked. Wow, yeah.
Change in the sort of a suspect.
Well, you know, there have been changes to some of the jump normals.
That's right. And you're right. The anti-air versus grounded is sort of a little bit of a new game.
It's a little up in the air, yeah.
And I have that feeling. I'm like, wait, was that mistimed or is that like a new property? And that looked pretty good to me.
I agree.
Timing-wise, so.
It beat a normal and then it traded with a normal, so okay. Mago got in the corner for himself. Ah, okay, rolled to safety.
Wow. So burning a lot of bar there for not a lot.
See it, yes. Confirm, a little bit pressure afterward. Wow, he waited.
He waited, yeah. See if he could pull out a DP.
Right.
No big reaction from Mago, though.
Okay.
Wake up button. Oh, a little bit of cheek.
Okay, let's see what he gets. Yeah, dives are better. Oh,
there.
God. All right.
Okay. I think he's, I feel like he's learned something since round 1.
Yeah, I think settle down a little bit.
Little sniff of passivity here as well from Nozarex.
I'm sorry, this is Austria, not Australia. I read AUS.
I also, AUS usually means Australia, but that is not the Australian flag.
Nope.
Again, call him out.
Oh, wow, just hit from the front.
That time it looked like, VDV wasn't even blocking there. It looked like he went for something, but I didn't see any reaction or any message.
Saving super. Wow, the trade actually could be really good for Nozarex. Okay, big chance to make things happen.
But now I know, Mago's just playing with him now. Like, yeah. I felt like at that point, your Laura mix-ups become that much more suspect when you're that far behind. You kind of know you have to go for it.
You got to get big stuff.
Yeah, you've lost the ability to sort of casually hang back and pick your shots and see if you can get the opponent to overreact. You know you have to go in if you get an option like that.
And she does have to wait longer than in previous seasons now, since it's the 3-bar option.
That's true.
It's not going to be quite as quick to come out. Wow, what a whip punish.
Yeah, I will say in my early experiments with this, the 3-bar triggers feel like just a real long march in a lot of cases.
Yeah.
Like you're already into the tail end of your life bar by the time
especially
you can activate.
She doesn't actively build V meter very well. She's not great at doing that.
Right, the V skill is not gonna be wow, but talk about throw loops. Wow, and he went for it again. I love it. Pulled him out of the air. Okay. Nozarex, I like the disrespect. It pulls down the stun. That should be able to close it out. No, not quite.
Oh, boy, Mago's got trigger. He's dangerous.
Okay.
Yeah. Little stop sign right to the nose.
Well, Noserex, I think, taking the message about a little bit of disrespect, just always a good tournament strategy. If you're not unfamiliar, if you're a little unsure, just put it to him.
Wow, crush. Mago caught.
Oh, he had a chance there. He could have pulled him out there,
Yeah, previously was there.
But he's challenging things now.
He does look a little bit more active. Well, okay, Mago,
call out.
Mago might have tried to notice the same thing.
I feel like against Rashid, though, I'm happy to eat those kinds of things all day. Like, great, spend your meter on that.
Yeah. Oh, very close. Oh, we went for a moon on that one.
Just raw.
Yeah.
Okay, Mago pulls trigger to make it safe, gets the throw.
Now Mago very dangerous.
Okay.
His own series of throws.
He's got the loop.
Look
it's a reset.
At this. One more.
No! What was he even hitting on the ground? Noserex was hitting a button. I'm not sure why, but Mago was already in the air. And that was the complete breakdown of the brain. Yeah, that's going to... All right, so let's see if he can pull it back together for round 3, because he's got to. Or he's headed home. Still the banana of shame finally cleared.
Ah, big crush. Mago with the corner carry.
He's just all set play. Nice challenge in the air.
Oh, and he jumps forward again with that jump medium. It's been doing a lot of work.
Wow, and Mago's just
his
eating
own
everything.
Series. Escapes.
Let him live.
Noserex still with a bunch of life, but we saw how quickly that can go away.
That's completely right, and no meter. And to sort of set it up mid-screen. I feel like that might be what he's looking for here.
Mago has really settled it down.
Yeah, not overcommitting and not willing to dash. He's been challenged on that run-up before.
Yeah.
Laura low forward. Ooh.
Oh, Noserex with some safety first stuff. Not going for the big risks. Oh, this may be huge. Superstar. Oh, well, not anymore.
Not anymore.
Oh, that should be it.
Coast?
No?
No.
EX maybe? Oh,
what?
His own EX Mago did it! He bet the game. He bet the game. Not the match, because he...
No, yeah. He had it to give. He had it to give.
Still, quite a bet.
Yeah.
Quite a bet.
Noserex going to be feeling that one.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. The mouth is covered from the fans. Like,
Yeah, wow, that was a rough one.
Stings. He was close. It was good stuff.
There were times in there where I felt like Noserex was doing some good work, but there was also a lot, I think, of Mago controlling the situation and even at times not necessarily rushing and not actively making it happen, recognizing sort of when Noserex didn't seem like he was making things actively happen.
He made the passive call early. Noserex went hard at him. Mago's defense was a little suspect, but his offense was stronger.
For sure.
Yeah, took a...
he did connect with a lot of those EXs, though.
Dude, a lot of those.
There's a lot of EXs,
though. EX, I think it's, a strong part of the game right now.
Yeah. Okay, well, it sounds like we have Dogura coming up.
Versus Wuri.
Hanging out right behind us, the players area. Yeah, Dogura is walking up. Versus Wuri. So this is BS6. Which I'm trying to take a look at here to let you know what's going on. Second round of pools. So Dogura versus Wuri. Is that this?
I only know one of those kanji.
Okay.
So that's been the roughest part for me. It's been about 5-6 years since I've been back in Japan, and like watching little parts of the language pop back online.
Oh yeah,
It's and the kanji was never good, and now it's I remember northeast southwest for exiting stations.
Oh, nice. All right.
And I will say, have you tried? Are you hotel or are you B&B?
B&B.
Okay, B&B. So the only downside of B&B, I'm sure there's lots of winning upsides to that. This morning was a delight for me. Japanese hotel breakfast, not to be missed.
Really?
Yeah, I have a ticket. You should come by.
Oh, okay.
Stop by my room.
I haven't had breakfast food here. I don't know what it is really.
So there's Japanese breakfast, which has some interesting elements, not all of which are super easy to recommend to foreigners. Like there's the natto and things like that.
Oh, yeah,
the fermented soybean.
Yeah.
But they have a lot of great items, and then there's like full Western, and there's like one attendant per item. So it's like, this is the sliced apples, dude. And so it's just like beautiful, beautiful stuff. I really love Japanese hotel breakfast. Highly recommended. For anybody that's thinking about EVO Japan next year, it's a huge win.
Okay. Uryu. Okay, that makes sense. So Dogura looked really, really good at the end of Season 2.
For sure, yeah.
He won a couple of big ones.
Oh, it scared everybody right through all the big tournaments.
Yeah, for sure. And that was great for him because it hasn't really been since like mid Street Fighter 4 that he was at that level in Street Fighter.
That's
of course,
right.
in other games, fantastic player and has been. But in Street Fighter was a little down for a while, so I'm very happy to see that he made that comeback. And in Season 3, I'm looking for big things too.
I want to hear your thoughts on this matchup because to me, Colleen is one of the characters that's to me up a notch, maybe two. Significantly, Urian. I'm not feeling it yet. Like
I feel like he's pretty much the same guy.
I just feel like without the potential for the big V-trigger cancel blow-ups, he just looks like such a normal dude now. Like I feel like he's not terrifying anymore. Like Urian before was always to me like so scary, and now he's just like, he's got some stuff.
Yeah,
Seems like weirdly honest.
He's solid.
Yeah,
I think he's a solid character.
I agree. Yeah, he's certainly not terrible. And yeah, sticking with the V-trigger.
Still has good buttons. Still has good mix-ups.
For sure.
Good mobility. Good pressure. Invincible option, even though it's slow. You know, he's got stuff.
Yeah. Colleen, I'm not sure about. Oh
boy. This V-trigger too, I think, is a big terror from her. Wow. Oh, Dogura. Udio now with a big chance.
Okay, fires it off right in front.
Oh, the patience not long enough.
A little shimmy.
Not enough patience.
Round 2. Fight.
But I do like some of Colleen's tools in this matchup. I think that she handles that sort of ground range in front of Urian well because she has the threat of V-skill. Even though it's not safe in the same way that it was, he still has to think about that.
Oh,
and that's a range that he would like to control.
And at least not to be challenged at, because there's not that many characters that I think are that effective from this range in Street Fighter V, and I think Colleen is one of them. And so I feel like Urian doesn't usually have to take that kind of abuse, but maybe does from this season's Colleen. Of course,
Grover's still pretty safe. You know, he's not going in very hard right now.
But he doesn't need to, right? Well, I mean, this round maybe
yeah, we'll see.
Needs to turn a little bit on, but I think he was pretty happy with the way round 1 went.
Big chance to start. See what he gets here on the reset.
Yo,
tricky.
Didn't even need it, but it's still combos.
Needs more work.
Yeah. Knocking on the door of Dizzy. Doesn't want to let her out yet.
Yeah, you can see him really trying to pressure there.
Still wants
trying
it.
to get in there. At this point, it's for the round, not just Dizzy. Oh!
Yeah. Doesn't let it go. Uryu not quite able to close it out. Game 1.
Quite a big call on the counter. But if that counter had been like a second later, not even, half a second later to counter the knees, come on.
God bless.
Come on.
Like, I mean, the counters for this character, that's why I'm happy to see, I think, Colleen coming up. Some of her Oki set play, not super exciting to me, but those counters, such an exciting call out. Like, I always get hyped when those come down.
Definitely.
And we're going to have more chances to see that. Urian, not the most predictable in terms of pressure, has a lot of options to sort of control his timings a little bit, so the counter I wouldn't think would be super effective, but certainly against the knees, that should work.
Right, yeah. Once you see it coming, it's coming.
That's totally reactable. Oh, super jump right out. Here comes the V-trigger.
Knees just right behind.
Uses the X to escape.
Well, Udio now has the corner. Can make things happen. Yes!
Oh,
counter!
Big counter.
Woo. Oh, make it happen. Yes, confirm.
Winning from the range where Colleen wants to be at. Really, you can't argue with that. Like, that's... You look puzzled.
Well,
I
felt that Udio may be looking for the knees, but instead it seemed like he was looking for a grounded approach with the button he hit right there. It was not an anti-air tool.
No, not at all. Oh, I like that. He was out of range. Yeah, that would have been a nice call out on the shoulder.
All of a sudden, some good movement out of Udio now.
Okay.
Throw loops. Yes. Damage.
And the setup. Yep, there it is.
Confirmed. Dogura is so good with that. Has his own super, so he's quite dangerous.
Yeah, the charge fierce to the shoulder has been pretty consistent from him. I would really have liked Uriu to see that call out. He backdashed to position himself properly, but wasn't able to do it. Now has the slide in effect and the extended range on the V-trigger normals.
Yeah, the mobility, the range. I think she's so dangerous in
But
this.
very passive. He's looking for something here. Yeah, and I mean...
Well, it's a chance now for Dogura as a result. And that may be it. Ooh!
No set, bounced the wrong way.
As a result, Udio now with trigger still super.
And he's clearly looking for something, and Dogura not giving it to him. And before we saw the EX shoulder tackle come out, of course, you don't have to worry about it with Urian. You got to sort of fire it into the, and now it's running out. Okay, yeah,
no.
it had to go in. Even, yeah.
You're right. There was just too much passivity. He was hanging out at that range. It didn't seem like there was a clear idea of what he was going to do.
I feel like, so let me go this way with it. I think he had a clear idea, and I don't know what it was, and I don't know if Dogura knew what it was, but he was just like, I'm cool over here. Like, I'm just not going to,
well, maybe,
I'm not going to challenge, right? Like, because he was clearly like wanting to play at a certain range to try and set something up for Dogura as a trap, either as a counter or some specific Colleen trick, but Dogura was just not biting, and just, you know, when it got too much, he just fired off the EX shoulder tackle, but that's for free. Yeah. So.
No, it seemed like Dogura could jump, he could do EX tackle, he could pressure. I mean, he seemed like he had all the things that he wanted to do, where on the other side, Uryu did not have the counters.
And he was waiting for something, and it just didn't come.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Well, all right. So Dogura moves on. We're going to move on to Hori Sako versus John Takeuchi. That is a big one.
That is a name I have not heard in a little while, but a name I am excited to hear again.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, do you know who he's still playing?
I would think Rashid. I haven't seen him play in a little while, but I assume.
The girl that brought him to the dance, as we say.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll see. That's what the other exciting thing is, to see if anybody's picked up some sort of like new tech that they're ready to pull out, and brand new to Season 3. So.
With the season being so new, you know, I think a lot of people are going to hold off on that until they really feel more practiced. It's so new. It just came out.
I know.
But I'd love to see more of it, for sure.
That's the good and the bad side of having a big tournament, especially one with so many killers this early into a game's life cycle. But I really miss that. That's something I feel like we haven't seen as much before. You get a new game, you get that. Those early first tournaments are always really exciting to me.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think the other question is who Sako is going to go with. I've heard of him playing other characters, not just Akumo, which character he played most in the end of Season 2. But previously, keep in mind, I mean, he played Chun, he played several other characters, really.
Well, a little Ibuki as well.
Yeah, Ibuki, that's right, yeah.
Oh, a sly smile from Sako. A little smirk. It's sort of one of the first generations up against one of the newer generations.
Oh, yeah. There's got to be a good quarter century between them right now.
I believe it would.
Menat, right.
Of course.
Menat, I'm very excited for in Season 3. I love the explosion on the ball at range. I think it adds so much to her.
And especially because it pulls them in. You can get, like, I've seen, just as a general tactic, if you get that out there, pop them, super. Just right there. Totally unskilled damage, huge amount of damage, and it's just a sort of a free pickup. You can just sort of fire and forget it. If it happens to work out for you, great. If not, really very little lost.
I do think this seems like it could be a tough matchup for her because Rashid is so good at moving around her tools.
That's right.
And pressuring super well up close, whereas she doesn't really have defensive tools.
No, and the range Rashid wants to play at is not a great range for Menat.
Right, that's what I feel, but we'll see if Sako has anything to say about that.
And that drill is just a tiny bit misspaced. Yeah. Nice pickup there from Takeuchi.
Just pressuring super well right now. Safe stuff, a lot of great damage built up.
Doesn't get the confirm.
Oh,
wow, so smart.
Challenge.
Yeah.
Nothing let go finally there from Sako 1.
Okay. Oh. I have to feel like that could have been more.
Yeah, I wonder if the down medium kick was supposed to have been letting it go.
And Takeuchi playing very respectfully, as is appropriate.
Well, that really... Oh, okay.
Silenced.
Button again from Sako, who I'm not sure he's actually gotten the orb toss out. Finally it is.
Yeah. Oh.
It's still back there.
Yeah, that's the other thing, too. Is the thing when that thing's coming
flying
back.
Ooh,
there it is.
Alive! Sako's there! But what can you make happen?
Yeah,
and it's hard, I feel, for her to make a comeback in some situations. She can't force it from range quite as well.
Okay.
Another trigger, too.
Wow.
That was just the exact right time, I guess.
That was
just perfect moment.
Round 2.
Unfortunately, that's when Sako thought he should go into the air.
And honestly, like, what is Menat going to do there that could have been bigger damage? I mean, it was so low that you could see one of the standing normals potentially filing through, but...
Okay, Sako pressure.
Oh! Thought it would be the loop. A little bit of a drop.
All right, nice corner stuff right here. Takeuchi's still caught.
But also not really giving up too much.
Ah,
okay,
wow.
There we go.
What a series. I feel like that was very haphazard, you know, it's kind of just figuring it out at the moment.
Yeah, loose change.
Yeah.
Wow.
But it was perfect. It worked out.
Very clean, yeah.
Why not?
And I got to say, like, Takeuchi never really got blown up there, but consistently taking this stun.
Yeah.
Sako cashed it in. And that round was really just all him.
Yeah,
So
well,
at least a lesson, stay out of the corner against
Right,
Minot.
yeah.
Right, and that's as we talked about, like the positioning where Sako's able to hold it, it's going to look great.
Well, Takeuchi is where he wants to be. Pretty quickly, the orb is still far away.
So
no punish.
slow, but no punish. I like the throw back into the corner.
No anti-air. Sako, maybe a chance to make things happen.
Yeah,
Okay.
Should be a full convert.
Reset.
No, goes for the reset.
Try to get anti-air, not quite there. Pressure. And just like that, it is gone. But at least for Sako, he's back to this
little bit of damage.
mid-screen.
And yeah, I feel like this is certainly not disadvantage Sako. I would say overall, this is where Minot wants to be in the fight, but it's, again, not a huge advantage.
Oh, wow. The jump timing was perfect.
The old roundhouse.
Yeah, right.
The original combo.
She's a 1,000 cuts kind of character.
Yeah.
If you don't have
as
trigger,
well, and a little bit of explosive damage too.
sure.
Obviously.
If you have trigger and super at the same time, then a lot of damage available.
What? And I mean, the super to close it out, obviously, but that jump was so perfect. That was, again, I've been noticing this a lot just in some of the casual matches I've played. Watching some of the great Japanese players really move into the one specific spot, and they're looking for nothing except, do I get to jump? Did you hit a button? Cool, I'm jumping. Here I come. Because those jumps are like so on point. Just
yeah.
Perfectly timed, perfectly spaced.
And difficult to anti-air if you're Minot. If she commits to anything, then she doesn't really have anti-airs anymore. She doesn't have an invincible DP.
Sure.
She has to have a button now. You need time for that.
And stand roundhouse hasn't really changed, but it's not the fastest kind of react. Okay, there we go.
Wow.
Now on the juggle.
Sako now mid-screen, mid-range. Not overcommitting. I think he may be scared after having seen that big jump in.
But all the resources. Okay.
Big stuff for Takeuchi.
Oh, I thought it was sure it was going to be a throw. Wow, just such a funky rhythm right now. I like it.
And that's going to be
Yeah.
it. Takeuchi is just looking so strong. Even in those moments where Sako has mid-screen, where he has space, it seems like he is always worried about the approach from Rashid. In the sense that he's not throwing out orbs constantly. He's not active. He's waiting.
There's a little bit of tentativeness, and Takeuchi, to his credit, has not really given anything up. He's not allowed himself to be exposed, and when he realizes he is at a slight disadvantage in mid-screen, he just chills. He's willing to chill there for like 5-10 seconds in a row, no big deal. A lot of composure. And that's what impressed me again as a young player. Yeah, and free out.
You're right. That is something that is not often seen in somebody as young as he is.
Yeah, just the, I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to wait this one out. Good plan.
And he blocked well. Chance again for Sako to make something happen. Pressuring still. Oh, very nice.
Like that. But again, right?
Back to the waiting game.
Just sitting here. He's like, I'll eat a few straight hits. Oh, ran into it there.
All right, here's trigger 2 now.
Wow.
You can see Sako just waiting it out. Oh, unfortunate for him.
Oh,
big chance.
Oh, no.
Big chance dropped.
Oh. And that's not the Sako I know.
No.
That's not the Sako I came to Japan to see. That one's going to sting.
He's already taken his headset off. He knows the result.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
How about that from a guy like Sako, a man with multiple combos named after him, dropping a simple one.
And that, I mean, you don't really get any better than a DP flying into the air. You got your crush counter. You got everything happening.
Yeah, no, that was
not there.
Unfortunate for Sako, who's sent to losers as a result.
But John Takeuchi marching on. It's the triumph and the march of the next generation.
Indeed, yeah, and he's a good rep for that. I do think he's one of the best young ones. So looks like coming up next we're going to have Sobolong versus 3E Deluxe from California, apparently.
News to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big state. I don't know everybody in it. I don't know everybody.
It is that. You could say that.
Yeah. So
getting absorbed by your bracket technology.
Rico from California. Oh yeah, I actually bring a tablet.
It's
technology.
It's fancy.
So the winner of this will play against Mago in pool BS1 of the second round. 3E Deluxe or Sobolong, who hails from, I guess, Japan. That would be my guess.
Well, what's so interesting, too, as I've seen some of these brackets where it just says Japan.
It does.
the Japanese players are so specific about like where everybody's from. Like
Sure.
they're very regional, very
Right.
on point. Like, no, not that part of Takadano Baba. Like this part.
Yeah,
Like, you know, Kanto Kansai. Like it's a big rival, a small country but big rivalry. A lot of regionalism. I think in a pretty positive way. But yeah, it's just Japan. Yeah. Good stuff.
So Mago was in that pool. We saw him doing some good work earlier. Sako sent to losers. Was that was in winners final. So
from
as a
their
result,
pool.
John
Yeah.
Takeuchi moves on to the 3rd round.
Cool.
You know, we're slowly whittling our way through this.
Yeah,
2,200 players.
I
It's gonna
have to
take a while.
say it's a giant turnout. I was really I know they had originally intended to cap the brackets at a much lower number, and the response I think was much bigger than anybody had anticipated.
Yeah.
And I guess since things seems to be going okay, to the credit of the organizers, they were just like, yeah, everybody come on in. Like if you want to play fighting games with us, we're happy to do it. We'll put you in the bracket. As a former TO, like that's kind of a terrifying, terrifying commitment. So good on them for finding a way to make it work.
It seemed like there was a little bit of miscommunication, some mishaps when the tournament first started, but it was quickly all ironed out. And from what I can tell, it's all been great since.
And that's the thing. Anytime you're running a big event, there's a lot of production involved. It's a new space, obviously, new country, new staff running it. Yeah, there's a lot of people who haven't worked on events of this scale, and then some who haven't. Working on things in Japan comes with a lot of surprising overheads that you might not necessarily expect. There's sort of specific ways of doing things, and yeah, I've just been really impressed with the way the staff, again, is like a nice marriage of community and corporate or people sort of in between. It's been just fantastic to see everybody come together. Seeing old friends.
We get. Ah, my man. Wow, do we have a big body battle?
Oh, please.
Let it be.
Let it happen. Yes.
Okay, I'm happy.
And look at 3 Deluxe. I like the eyes on this guy. He's got the red Cyclone shirt. That is the face of a man who has come a long way to do some serious things.
Oh, man, yeah.
And I am 100% into it.
Zangief versus Abigail. To be honest, I do think it's a little tough for Zangief. The range that Abigail has, I think, is tough for that character, for Zangief to deal with.
I am a fan of Abigail's prospects, both previously and currently.
Definitely agree.
And he also, I feel like, again, like these jabs, like let him play from a range that I think is so comfortable, but not available to so many characters. Look at Zangief just looks helpless. We're at 50% life for Zangief.
Oh,
and he's lost to jabs.
Jabs and down strong.
Yeah.
And down strong, nice. From this range, if Gief were to jump, as has already happened, it's an anti-air as well. So it can be difficult to get around. Gief is not without tools. I'd like to see more of that charge spears. I'd like to see more jump medium kick. I would like to see some.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
But I was going to say, once he gets in, that's not like easy street for Gief. Wow, just pulls it from, well.
Oh, yes!
Wild style.
The big advantage frames, unfortunately, only level 2.
Yeah, not able to get the free combo, and that should be game.
The nice thing for Gief is once he gets going, and Abigail doesn't have, like great defensive tools necessarily.
No.
So mix-ups can happen for Gief, but I do feel that getting her in the first place is a little tough.
Completely agree, and I just, this range.
Oh, SPD Shirley.
Not quite. So belong, okay.
Oh, big chance!
Oh.
No, Deluxe! With a drop and just getting harassed.
Oh, this is a chance.
No! Another big drop super. Maybe the game? Even for Gief, maybe the game.
I think this is the game.
It's not even close. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about this character.
Zangief or
Abigail particularly. Yeah. Zangief, I feel like I've had enough experience that I know how to feel about Zangief, and I feel like Season 3 is going to be okay for Gief. Yeah. Give me your thoughts.
I think he's worse, but not bad.
No. I feel like it's not going to dissuade any of the Gief loyalists from, right? And the other thing is, it's rough. If you make Gief really good,
yes, I know people don't like it, but I feel like that's what's going on the right side of the screen right now. So you have a super strong Gief.
No, I agree. I think Abigail has...
Yikes, what pressure all of a sudden.
Disrespectful throw, and he runs in. Yeah.
Just so much damage, the range. Now, we did see one of the problems is that he was he has sort of a lot of recovery on options. So 3E Deluxe did jump at the right time, and he got over down medium punch, and Sobolong could not recover in time.
There's the hop that we were hoping to see a little earlier in play. Some standing fierce. But the thing I don't like about Deluxe's position here, obviously, okay. Oh, no.
Boy, there are errors.
Yeah. I would say he struggled so long to get in that he's still sort of in that mindset. And this is, okay. Gets a break.
Oh, jumping is the worst. Oh, boy, he got lucky.
Escape. Wow.
He tried to charge.
Sobolong is just unloading these things.
Oh, that may be it.
Was it Dizzy? No.
Oh, wow. 3E Deluxe
There's
still
a lot
living.
of opportunities. Okay, yeah.
There you go.
And again, charge fierce when you're on the edge of Dizzy like that. Not sure it's the right call. So it's that's not the last of him that we're going to see, I believe.
No, that was in winners, right?
Yeah.
So he has another chance even still. But that was very convincing by Sobolong. I liked his spacings for most of that.
He understood
went
the
in like
matchup
one
overall.
time, and other than that, he was just really controlling space.
And he didn't have to go in.
No,
right? Like,
right.
And that's the thing. Like, you got to shake him out of his comfort zone. And I feel like that's such an unusual position for a grappler to be in. And I find Abigail able to adopt that stance so many times in matchups that he can just sort of hang out, jab around, and like he's not going to win matches that way, but it's frustrating as hell. Like, I mean, it's the thing of like being down against Geef and having Geef. I mean, the jab's not so great anymore, but like crouching jabs, a little worse. But he could just sit there and jab, and it's very frustrating. You feel like you have a lot more at stake, and I feel like that's the same case with Abigail, as well as sort of his explosive up-close possibilities. So even though there are parts of his offense that are a little bit suspect or a little bit gimmicky, overall, I really like the way the character has shaped up.
Definitely agree.
And his V-trigger, his second V-trigger, this thing, it's cool. There's some fun setups in there.
Oh, yeah. That's who I'd be playing. That's my guy. And if I were competing, I would not be playing with Geef. I'd be playing with Abigail.
Ah, wow.
Yeah, I would dump him.
Harsh words.
Dumped. You know, even at the end of Season 2, I thought Abigail was already better than Geef.
Yeah, I think that's probably
I already thought that. But and then he got buffed and Geef got nerfed, so okay.
And it's kind of like the new kid on the block, like, and of course, you know, new characters tend to be on the stronger side sometimes, or it's easy to air that way. And
yeah, sure.
Yeah, Geef, the sort of the balancing patterns and traps you can fall into with him. He's a very difficult character to balance.
Yeah, sure.
Abigail, I think, also has some of those issues, and it's just so big. Like, there's some readability that's, I think, plays into his advantage. Yeah. Honestly, like, in just figuring out like what button he actually hit. Yeah. So I feel like the future is bright yet for Abigail.
Agreed.
Hopefully, no young kids come out of nowhere and win any big tournaments.
I know, yeah. And then he'll be the best in the world.
It's like, no.
Now he's S tier. Okay, well, we move on to the next one. This is going to be CAG Dogura versus Yuhi Hikari. Winners finals of Pool BS6. Again, we're in the second round.
Nikali, I don't know.
Still a good one.
Yeah, he just seems like the everyman.
He's the same guy.
Yeah, straight down the middle. What worked before still works.
Round 1.
Yeah, just about.
No anti-air jab, I guess? I don't know. Like,
but down fierce is better.
Yeah.
So, I mean, everybody got a little bit different in the anti-air jump game.
Oh.
But he's still good on both.
Hot Dogura in the wrong normal.
Okay, the movement here is very intense.
I like the repeated jump-ins, too. Especially with the early fierce, just calling him out straight into the dizzy.
Dogura really must have been pressing a lot of buttons right there. Let's see if that continues. No, he is patient. Waits it out. No, yep, it was his turn. He knew it.
The high dive kick.
Just right back to jumping immediately.
Yeah, no, I mean, he's really been abusing this jumping game and getting away with it.
All right,
You
well.
eat that all day. What is that? That's like not even an EX worth damage.
The stun is mounting.
I feel you.
Oh, he killed himself.
Why?
He killed himself.
That was literally anything but that.
Boy.
And it's... I don't know.
Sometimes you just panic.
Yeah. And it could be the worst, too, because usually when you're doing that kind of thing, it's like you're feeling yourself a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's like, no. Oh, okay. He's recovered well.
What worked so well for him was the jumps, and look at us
even
even
still.
still.
He jumped over it twice right there.
Right. Not so much
Not
effect,
landing
but
him, yeah,
right.
yeah.
But it still is kind of a tell that that is a possibility, and he continues it.
Nice punish.
Okay,
Caught him
Dogura
up
wanted
high.
to shut it down.
But yeah, Dogura has not found the answer from the air.
It can be tough for Urian's anti-air. It's one of the problems with the character.
Crashing fierce early, but he's been going in with those really high early normals just to call it out. And nice challenge.
Will we see it come back again? Yuki Hikali. Oh, boy. One more mix-up.
It's still not dizzy,
One more.
but almost dead. No! That was it.
Oh, super. Either one.
Oh, no.
Chip,
he had it.
chip is. Yep.
That's going to chip him out now, and I felt like he had a super queued up against that fireball. Do you think that was possible?
It may have been possible.
I would have been a stretch. Like, I was expecting him to fire it off as soon as I saw that fireball, because I wasn't sure what else he would want to be doing there from that range with Nikali. Sometimes when you're able to generate that pressure to such a degree, you back off for a minute, give your opponent a chance to breathe, and then snuff it out with that super. But didn't happen. Dogura getting it done, even with the slight declension here in that V-trigger 1. There's the early Pierce. Wow.
Very big reversal of fortunes here. Dogura pressing lots of buttons, getting a lot of counter hits.
Talk about dizzy. Here we go.
Oh, no. Dogura still there.
Roundhouse, the knee combo.
Okay, safety from Dogura. He didn't want to take any big bets. That's fine.
Yeah, he doesn't need to.
Ends up working out.
Yeah. A lot of confidence. He's been playing with increasing confidence over this whole round.
Yeah.
And I feel like he never entirely. Wow.
Okay,
it's
nice.
like almost like a Kara on that.
Right.
3 into the shoulder.
Think back to when Yuki Hikali was doing well. It was a lot of jumps. He was moving around a lot. Now he seems kind of planted.
That's exactly right. And it's to me, those jumps have been answered maybe once.
Yeah.
But that's
very
the
rarely.
Thing. It doesn't take a lot to sometimes push people off with that strategy.
That's true.
And I feel like that was a big mistake from Yuki. I was impressed with that, and I felt like he had really kind of rattled Dogura.
Well, he got a jump to start that series off, but he's going to need something more here or else he's done.
I like that answer to the jump that time, and he closes out the round, and that is going to be it. Just like that. Dogura getting it done, and is that the end? Does that put him at the into the next group?
It does, yeah. He wins that pool as a result.
Congratulations to him.
So he continues to look good. Somebody who I'm looking for big stuff from this year.
He has such a unique approach to the game, always. And he likes characters with a lot of flexibility, a lot of crazy setups, and really lets him find a way to express himself as a player, which is something, I don't know. It just makes me happy to
That's
play.
important.
He's like one of the guys who I'm just happy is playing, always.
Sure, yeah,
I enjoy the matches, but I enjoy what he personally sort of brings to the game.
Let's see what we have now. Oh, we're going to have NL, it looks like. Let me look up where this is.
It's the Korean player.
Yes. Versus Fly Fishin' Rick. I'm not going to pronounce that G. Fly Fishin' Rick.
It's like the more relaxed cousin of Pickle Rick. Something. I don't know.
From Hawaii.
Yeah, sort of a hang loose kind of a version.
Fly Fishin' Rick from Hawaii. Yep, that's right.
Actually, fly fishing is probably the greatest competitive tradition in my family. I have.
Oh yeah, okay.
Most of my people are from Montana. They're the state champion fly fishers.
No.
Yeah, one of my uncles was removed from competition after he had won it so many times in a row.
What?
Yeah, they can hit like a coffee can at like, I don't know, 50 feet, like with a single cast. The magic of fly fishing, it's a real skill. Playing fighting games is probably about as obscure to them as fly fishing.
Of course, yeah.
Seems to me. I enjoy fly fishing, but I don't have the skill to cast into it. That's the whole thing. You get a river, there's a certain fishing spot, you wade out into the middle of it, and you have to hit it exactly with the fly to get your lure into the right spot to be a great fly fisherman.
Oh, that makes sense.
I'm excited for Fly Fishing Rick.
Well, we'll see what happens. He's up against a pretty good player in Uyu NL.
Yeah. Uyu, in the battle of the eyes here, I'm going to give it to Uyu. He's got a sort of a sly, corner-of-the-mouth smile. Sort of a classic bad guy smirk.
Look at this. I love the smile, though. All right, yeah. I'm not saying that's great for how this match is going to go, but I think it's cool to see that Fly Fishing Rick comes out here from Hawaii. He's looking all limber with his dulcim, with his personality up there. Got the long hair. He's hanging out.
He's got the sly smile out of the... Yeah, he's... No worries, man. Hang loose. The side gum chew.
Cammy versus Dawson. He's going to have to shut down somebody in NL who has excellent forward movement, really good hit confirms, great pressure.
Round 1.
But
It's doable for Dawson in this game. It's not as bad as in some games past. but still not a winning matchup.
Okay, and there we saw one of the early tells. What was Dalsum's answer to a dive kick from a predictable position? He held that. A little bit worrying for me because obviously the flow of this match in general favors Candy, one would think.
Oh, sure. Yeah, once she gets going, of course.
Yeah. And he had that one opportunity, and we didn't see it happen. Unsafe slide, not a big front punish.
And I'll just at a great spot on screen right now. Well, he missed the dive kick. It's going to be all right.
And
excellent punish. He got the actual landing recovery.
The real one, not just the, I would have I would have just DP'd him. Yeah, like I just cashed it out. But that's why I'm not on winner's side. Wow. I haven't seen a lot from Fly Fish and Rick yet.
Oh boy, I love these jump timings. These are not giving Dalsum any time to breathe at all. Gonna be close to ending it right here.
If he wants to,
maybe
that should be it.
Yeah. Boy, tough game for Fly Fish and Rick. Yikes. Ouch. The perfect, well, all right. It doesn't seem too upset. He did win his pool. He won his first round pool, so it's not like he's coming into here having done nothing.
But yeah, it was like what we mistook for confidence might have been complete indifference.
Yeah.
Right? But
yeah, he beat 3 players, 2-0, 2-1, 2-0.
Looking good. He's got nowhere to go but up here. And
again, NL so good.
Okay, there we finally saw the anti-air from the right range. Put the fireball on screen. I like it. Still V-trigger 1, so none of the fun of crazy new V-trigger 2. For Dalsum, but he has not found an answer to this, and I don't like the guess on the throw because throw has not been any part of Uyu's game so far. And it's
almost
costing it big.
Yeah.
And now there's the throws.
Times. Fly Fish and Rick.
Yeah. Once you see the opponent, especially Dalsum, has gone for that throw and got beaten up for it, now it's time to throw him and cash it in completely.
That's right. Even when NL is not in, I really like his spacing. I think he moves into excellent ranges. There are ranges that Sim doesn't deal with very well.
And that's that second punish we've seen from range with the low strong and cannon drill.
Maybe a chance for pressure? No, instead zoning. Oh, wow, he's there in time.
Caught him on the ground.
Even when Fly Fish and Rick, I like that he got under, but still.
He had the frame advantage, too, to be able to push him back out, but we haven't even seen that. There's not been... Okay.
Is that there in time?
That's a punish.
Beautiful. Right in there again. Super's mounting. That's it. He just got it right there.
Well, that's pretty much put that one in the books for how Candy versus Dalsum is basically supposed to look. Fly Fish and Rick still snapping the gum.
Yeah, well, I hope it's tasty.
Yeah.
So Fly Fish and Rick gets sent down to losers.
Shout out to the cup of noodles. I will say I find the giant cups of noodles that are placed around this room. So you see before us some regular sized cups of noodles. They have some like giant man-sized cup of noodles that you could like stuff a body inside the the promotional. They're on the stage.
I haven't seen them.
Okay, you need to be gotta keep your eyes peeled for giant cups of noodles.
I look at it. I've seen them.
I've not been able to push it from my mind. Just I want instead of like Gatorade, like to dump boiling water into the giant cup of noodles and. So, I don't know, there's some sort of promotional opportunities that are being missed, I feel, with a cup that big.
A winning football coach, instead of getting doused in Gatorade, douse him in boiling hot soup.
Or right, for instance. Just stack like 1,000 of these things up and then have competitors crash out through the noodles onto the... I don't know, there's just a lot of possibilities. Some of them not as respectful towards the food as others. I'm a big cup of noodles fan. They got me through many, many lean years of my life, but... we could do more.
We'll work on it. So Uyu's NL is going to stick up on the screen. Nanai is his opponent.
And NL. Do you know the Uyu team? It looks like it might be a team flag.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Bison. I mean, Vega.
Hey,
I really like this character in Season 3. I think he's been fun, but I love his V-Trigger too in the sense that I just feel like adding a command grab to the character makes him just that much more interesting.
There's the command grab aspect, and then there's just the torpedo. Like, I've never felt a move that feels more like a sort of a horizontal DP. That thing just feels tough, hits fast right out of the gates. And the other thing I love about the Season 3 changes for Bison, he feels more like Bison. Like it's leaning into what was already there, which I think is a nice job.
Oh, we're not going to see V-Trigger 2 right now. We're going to see V-Trigger 1.
Yeah. People sticking with what they know.
Okay, good call. Didn't quite get the follow-up, but I like the idea. Nanai, slow pressure, soft pressure. That's Bison's game, though.
And what a difference. Wow. Didn't do it as a combo, but still got it done.
I guess NL must have been pressing buttons. Just didn't think it was time for the ball, but there it was.
And such a turnaround. We didn't really have a chance to see NL on having to play defense in that last set.
Just willing to take the grab. I think that's a great call mid-screen against Cammy. She doesn't have great options there. Once you're in the corner, a little bit different.
And I love that neutral jump there. Oh, that's input.
Yikes, that was a big damage punish.
1 EX, 40%. Looking for that low fierce V-trigger confirmed. There it is.
Exactly as you said. Spends it all, has the corner, why not?
Yeah, I'm sure he wants to get this round in the books no matter what it costs.
There we go.
There it is. Had the position he wants, held on to it.
There were times when I really liked Nanai's spacing, but boy, once he got caught by those 2 grabs to put him into the corner, that was really it.
And the tell to me was very early in the round. We saw an exchange, and we saw NL back off to a range that saw the scissor kick from Bison come. And he didn't punish it, but he was in a neutral position to maintain pressure, which was just a big call. Like, he knows the character, he knows the matchup.
Right.
Got a little overwhelmed in the first round, but here back in... See it? Wow.
That was very fast.
In a big way. And has really found the right position to approach this match from.
Nanai's life. He wanted to sweep into trigger.
Yep.
Didn't get it. NL knew.
Pretty clean.
Once Bison is in that situation, he needs to get V-trigger, right?
Yeah.
That's his comeback. His ticket to the comeback is with V-trigger work. So his main way to make that happen is forcing you to block something horizontal, scissors or slide.
Slide, yeah.
Activate. And so as a result, NL was in the air.
And I'm glad you're mentioning that, because I actually feel like that's a big piece of laziness from a lot of Bison players. That slide is super unsafe, right?
Oh, yeah,
like,
of course.
Of course you can make it safe, but you're only making it safe on block. Like if you activate the V-trigger. So if they're able to jump over it, or if it just whiffs, you're leaving yourself at a huge liability in a pretty obvious way, because everybody knows you're trying to activate V-trigger. It's not like it's a surprise, and everybody knows about the slide. Yeah, I think it's a big risk, and I think Bison players need to be a little bit more careful with that, because I see it get read with some regularity.
Nanai moved forward at the wrong moment, NL ready there.
Yeah, and he was attacking right into the end of that dash. Very clean.
Nanai's in trouble, stun is coming.
Oh,
yeah.
Just waited it out.
Should be the round.
Yep.
Only needed 1 bar. Again, it's a situation where I like some of what Nanai's spacing looks like. I like some of his timings, but once he gets caught and pressured, that's really it.
Yeah.
Never gets away again.
And again, I feel like the throw game from NL hasn't really been there to the point that it justifies him getting hit with quite as many buttons. Obviously, it's more fun. You don't want to have to sit there and hold it, but...
Oh, boy. It was a great read by NL on the button right there. Is that going to be that? Oh, maybe not.
And yeah, finds a throw there.
That is that. NL with the steamroll.
A little bit of recoil there from Nanai.
Yeah, once NL had that read against slide into V-trigger, I felt like it was all downhill for Nanai.
Yeah,
there wasn't much in the way of actively moving and controlling situations. He didn't get the pressure himself anymore.
Yeah.
He was just kind of, again, I like some of his spacings, but in general, Nanai jumped at the right moments or moved forward at the right moment, and once he was in any of the rounds, that was it.
Couldn't agree more.
That's how it went.
Yeah, his spacing was really nice, and just made a nice set of good decisions. Good, clean Street Fighter. And nice pivot from round 1 where he got roughed up a little bit, brought it back to earth.
He's a good player. I'm sure he'll be going far. So we're going to have Splice F-Champ coming up next from the US versus Mr. Shinryu from Japan.
We'll see. So hopefully another beautiful Dalsum.
He is still playing Dalsum. This is winners finals of Pool BS5 in round number 2.
Champ, of course, known for some of the funkiest movement around. I'm looking forward to that, and I'm hoping to see a little bit of V-Trigger 2 action.
Yeah.
The one thing that makes me a little sad about the V-Triggers is they're so expensive to use, like that you pretty much have to use them on activation into sort of more of a standard setup play. You're not able to sort of use it in neutral kind of freely, and Dulcims burns down quickly, but he can keep that fire. I don't even know what the thing is called.
I call it Catastrophe because I don't know what the real name is.
The orb of destruction.
Yoga Catastrophe.
Keep it on the screen for a nice long time.
Yeah. I love his V trigger too. It's so free form. You know, there's certainly.
That's what I love about it. It's very expressive. Yeah.
Yeah. There are sort of setups that you can establish and make happen. But then you also see players who just are teleporting side to side, batting it back and forth, right? They're just playing Pong with themselves. It's very cool to see.
You talk about like some of the all-time great moves in fighting games. You're talking about like DP, maybe a nice SPD command grab, slow fireball. What could be better?
I hear you.
I almost kissed my fingertips, and then I was like, wait, that's
yeah.
I don't want to, yeah. It's slow fireball, and it's so slow, and it's bouncing up and down around the screen.
You can change the
so
trajectory.
many possibilities, yeah.
Very interesting move for sure.
And we probably won't see it. Like,
I do think it's going to be what many Sims go to.
Oh! Hey.
All right.
Hey.
All right. Mr. Shinryu with Akuma.
Akuma, another character who I think didn't really skip a beat moving into Season 3. Looks, for my money, probably a little stronger. I don't know.
No, he's a great character for sure.
Yeah, I think he's putting a few of the other Shotos on notice.
Oh,
like, this is how
dude.
it's done in Street Fighter 5, guys.
There's no doubt, yeah.
Step it up.
If you're going to play a Shoto in this game, you are picking Akuma.
Like, well, I have a command parry that is active for... I don't know why Ryu's voice sounds like that. Oh, nice challenge there from F-Champ. And it's getting his licks in here pretty good.
Yeah, you know, you think of Champ as being a Marvel player. I certainly do, at least. But here's a guy who got top 8 at EVO, and in fact, he was the closest to beating Tokido out of all the players there. So
that's very right.
He's super good at the game.
And oh, wow. Pulled out the teleport there.
Oh, this buff from jump strong into the float, I think, is so nice for Dawson.
And it just feels nice. It lets him flow in the kind of way you would imagine that this kind of character wants to flow. Super clean round. And we saw Shinryu go for, that teleport to me was a big tell that he's in trouble here.
Yeah,
like he's guessing, he's not quite sure what to do. And what a difference. Again, movement, characteristic. Great challenge again, not letting him open any doors.
Certainly willing to take that trade if you're Dawson.
Yeah.
Much rather have the space.
It's not the damage, it's you're closing down the approach, and that's what's critical. And really, we didn't see Shinryu get started at all last round. And he's holding these fireballs. He's just unsure about what to do. Little drop. Okay, there's the exit. Right,
chance now for Mr. Shinryu. Got to make something happen. First extended time being in, and it's gone.
Don't love that fireball.
Champ now with trigger 2. Oh, there it is.
Good trade.
Will he set it up again? He's going to wait a little bit.
Shinryu even looked tentative in the corner. Okay, there it is.
Yeah, far button into it. I love that you can do that.
No. That's not going to be it.
It's a safety first approach.
No follow-up. Red fireball.
Champ just staying away. You know he has the option of
got some screen
teleporting.
Yeah. He's got a little screen to give, and he's using... Oh, he wanted out. He tried to air teleport.
Instant air teleport, yes. Yeah. Just a bit too late.
Yeah. And by instant air teleport, we mean still has a pretty significant frame cost, and in fact got hit. But look at this. Yeah. Shinryu just guessing, trying to make it happen. Not
he's
found
pretty
his
close.
Wow.
Look,
super nice.
Dawson forever, if he gets something like anti-air, jump back strong, or jab around us, whatever it is in the game, he then kind of loses his turn.
Yeah.
Right? He doesn't really get the pressure if that's his intention. But now that he can float, he's still there. He's still right there. He doesn't give up screen space, which is huge for the character.
Yeah, I mean, you had before like an old back and strong into a fireball or something from anti-air. This is so much richer than that. Very exciting.
Yeah.
Okay, he knew he had to not challenge there. I like that. But again, Shinryu not able to take much advantage.
And F-Champ trying to get away. Oh, he moves in all of a sudden.
Smelling the tentativeness. And it's been such a nice mix here from Champ as well.
Oh boy, he knew exactly when that float was going to end. Look at him just moving away.
Just floating away.
The spacing is excellent.
Float on.
Mr. Shinryu is in there now.
And he's making, Champ's made the right calls as to which things he has to hold, but Shinryu has no strong follow-up, even when he finds that opening. Like, yeah.
And you can see F-Champ was willing for a period of time there to just take a grab.
He knew he had to.
Blocking.
Yeah, he was just blocking. And he's like, you got to cash that in. And obviously Shinryu would like to get the counter hit, something juicy like that.
Exactly.
But Champ's too smart for that. He's not going to give it up for free. Yep.
Yeah. Again, happy to take that as champ. And Mr. Shinryu, the character Goki has options for sure. I mean, he can move forward, he can pressure very well.
Nice low profile, or went low there. Good challenges here from Champ all the way through.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Lost the bar of V-meter for not much effect.
And you see him just going, trying the EX Demon Flip. It was been the one thing that was consistently successful for him. Has failed twice this round.
Yeah.
Not from input, but just because he's wildly out of position.
Gotta make something happen here.
Yep.
Last chance. F-Champ just whittling away very slowly.
And
It's
here
out.
it
It's coming.
comes.
It's coming. Oh, make it happen. Batting it down. Batting it down.
Trying to extinguish the flame with flame, but it's coming right at you. Oh, the cross-off had it safe. A little bit of pyrotechnics there at the end. And Shinryu just looks abused a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
The face of like, I don't know exactly what happened.
Just excellent.